Artificial intelligence continues to shape the modern workplace. It's also raising serious questions about fairness, ethics, and the future of employment. Well, joining us to take a deeper dive is Julia Toothaker, Chief Career Strategist and Resume Expert. Great to have you with us. I don't know, we were talking about artificial intelligence earlier today. It's like the horse has left the barn. This is crazy.
Yes, it has. Yeah,
Wow.
and I think it's moving so quickly that nobody knows which way it's going, how
Yeah.
it's going to impact them, and it keeps changing so quickly. So you're right on it. The horse has left the building and we're just trying to get a grasp on what is going on.
So what kind of an impact are we seeing?
Yeah, so Resume Templates actually recently did a survey and they found that hiring managers were saying that 29% of companies are already replacing entry-level workers with AI.
Oh no.
29%, and then 34% are considering it. That's a big number. That's a big number, and it's a really big impact on our early career professionals and then ultimately our talent pipeline down the road. And so, somebody that's been in this world for a while, this is going to have huge implications if this is actually what is happening.
So what do people do? I mean, if those jobs are being taken away by machinery, then what is the human to do? And how do you even know if the industry that you want to go into, let's say if it's straight out of college, or let's say it's a couple jobs down the line, how do you know which industries are starting to use and implement AI in replacement of actual people?
Yeah, this is the hardest part right now is
Uh-huh.
trying to anticipate that and trying to look at the industry that you're in, the position that you're in, and go, could AI take my job? So
Right.
that's something that professionals do need to look at for their own situation. In terms of early career professionals, we are actually seeing that they are going into the trades. They're going into more blue collar work that is really not going to be taken by AI. So think about like plumbing, construction, different things like that. They're making that pivot right now. And so I think that's going to be a really interesting switch that we see.
Let me ask you this though, because it's all a domino effect, right? So what about the people who need to hire the plumber? If their jobs are being replaced by AI, then they won't have the resources to pay the plumber or the other technical worker to do these odd jobs.
Yes, that is the bigger ethical issue
Mm-hmm.
around
Indeed.
AI and its impact on hiring right now. And yes, there are jobs available, but we are also seeing people being unemployed for upwards of a year, year and a half to 2 years. I have never seen a market like this, and I lived through 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
And that was
yeah.
nothing compared to what's going on right now. I do think that AI is a little bit of a scapegoat currently. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that we're truly seeing AI replace workers, but I do think that it is happening. I've seen demonstrations of it doing sales calls and customer service calls. Those are all positions that could potentially get replaced by an AI.
So as far as recruitment is concerned, so are employers using AI to recruit people? So let's say that the job is still available. Are they using AI in that respect?
Yes, some are. So I want to be really truthful about
Yeah.
recruiting and hiring because I'm connected to so many recruiting professionals. I talk to them
Hmm.
regularly. There are some who are not using AI. They are looking through applications. They are reading all the applications. However, the technology exists to use it,
Hmm.
and the ATS companies are utilizing it, implementing it, asking organizations to use it. I think you're going to see it more predominantly in high volume positions where you just need something else to help sift through it all. But not everybody is using that, using AI, and I want people to know that.
Okay, well, we've got about a minute left, and I want to talk about some of those other more creative jobs, acting, entertainers, things like that. So what about AI as it pertains to those particular professions?
I think that's going to be one of the hardest coming up. I know Tilly Norwood has been a topic of conversation, and her movement within the acting world. But at the end of the day, she's a digital character. So she's not going to be able to stand in front of us and speak to us and have that type of interaction. But we do have to think about the impact of that on jobs and also the copyright issue, because what if she has to resemble somebody? She has to sound like somebody. And so what if the person she resembles comes forward and says, "Hey, I think that's me."
Yeah.
Now we have a copyright issue. There's so many issues that go into this in the artistic world, and we're going to start seeing a lot of lawsuits, I think, happen over the next couple of years.
I would imagine so. In fact, I just recently sat down with an actor, director here in Charleston who is also extremely concerned about AI as it affects the entertainment industry. I mean, we just saw SAG-AFTRA union members picketing saying we don't want AI to take away our jobs as writers, as producers, as all these other creative positions that would require a human touch, but then now you just put it into ChatGPT and you can save endless amounts of money. It's so wrong across the board. But I guess if we do have any questions about where this is going, we could always put it into ChatGPT, see what it has to say, and then we've got our answer.
It's
anyway.
not all bad.
You're right. Okay.
It's not all bad, but we do have some ethical concerns, and we do have some, job creation concerns that are going to have implications down the road.
Indeed. Julia, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back after this.